Now I'm recording. Hi, welcome to Dicewise Entertainment presents Age of Ashes, Book 1, Hell Knight Hill. Are we sponsored? You bet your ass we're sponsored, Fantasy Grounds. Thank you. Shout out to Corey Thomas from Dark Side Galaxies Gaming on Twitch TV. Came through for us at the last minute. Are we sick? Are we coughing? Are we ill? Yes. Did we get the halfling to drag our butts to the Great Dream House? Where one Kellyan Carondil, it just flows off the tongue, man. I don't know why I have a problem with this. Greets her personally, lifting her from the ground. Oh, so great to see you. Please come in. You look wounded, and wipes the monk's forehead, rather sooty.
Bloody moss you got flipping about. What's with that?
What has happened? This is where you say you explain what happened, or jump into RP and actually explain.
Sorry. I was busy saving there a couple of peasants' life there. They were busy trying to soak in soot when they were trying to soak in air. But yours truly there was there soaking in the soot for them.
Well, considering the terrible, terrible travesty that happened yesterday during the council, word has reached my elongated ear, and I believe you might have something for me? Holding out his hand.
I shake.
Or you can pay full trade, or you can pay full price. All right, come on in, sit him down. Get him up.
The councilwoman gave us a rate. Then you're saying,
yes.
I maybe failed to mention that before. You said just say my name.
Yeah. I thought he's looking just to shake my hand, which isn't the first time.
You're lucky there isn't recorded video playback where I literally was talking to Frank and went, and here you go, and write this down about the motions. And you guys are too used to podcasting where it's like, well, just waving his hands around, but no one's going to see it. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything.
This is true.
So I produced the writ that was given to us. Here you go. It says we're on the mayor's tab.
I believe this says you barely pass for the hero's discount, which, looking you over, we'll put at 5%.
And don't forget to give you the handshake.
3%. Wiping soot off his hand. All over. Oh, no, I've soiled myself.
It's more like a reach around right now. Come on, this is unfair.
Mara steps up and explains their heroic deeds, including saving my life and whatnot. And
you saved one of the faithful. Wow. In that case, 6%. Do I hear 8?
We paid.
Somewhere between 5 and 10. We'll work it out tomorrow. But please, gentlemen, come, stay in our bare stone hard bunks of the faithful and downtrodden, and bathe yourselves in the river. It's about right over there. You probably walk right past it, and Desna go with you. Hopefully lead you to another place far away from here. So getting your this is the same day. The bit with him, I was just teasing, the bit with him. The news travels fast. No, Miss Young Desna here, little Desna,
Little D.
Good thing the video's up. You should see the gestures I'm getting. Young Mara of Desna explains our heroic deeds. We get the 5 to 10% discount off. And if you look up the monetary system in 2nd edition has actually changed a bit. It's more leaning on sort of silver
difference.
Well, your 15 gold kind of counts as the old 150 gold. And they're talking more silver pieces. I actually like it. It seems to make more sense than everyone, because the way of,
it makes way more sense having a higher value to money. Do you have any idea how heavy it is carrying around pouches full of silver and gold?
No, but I'd like to find out.
It sounds like a good problem I could get used to.
Help, I'm a dwarf overly laden with treasure. Save me.
I've run out the mules.
I can't believe, I don't know what's going on, but the video keeps jumping around, and now we're like, hey, we see Rob and Joe. Thank you for not playing, but when you guys talk to us. It's gonna be awesome.
That's funny.
No, it's not. It's painful. I promise I'm a professional show. It's really painful to watch.
Maybe want to hire professionals.
Nah. It's free. Free streaming. Well, thank you to our sponsor. Now you guys, are you just really clicking the video on and off just to spite me, or what's going on here? Because anyway, no, honestly, like something shuffle about. It's strange. So,
it's that wonderful world of once you get 7 people into this particular voice app, it goes a little squirrely, I think.
I see no reason why it would actually shift you guys around. It's kind of strange. Anyway, so cheating, okay, going with a really nice tight shot of the game for the rest. So something that's going to be just worked out. Huzzah. It's a lovely shot of the game, thanks to our sponsor. You know, I mean, maybe we'll see someone pop up as you guys talk. But how much money do you have? Like, how much, like, discount aside, there's the actual casting of a spell with a 5-10% discount to get you guys some healing. How much damage have you guys taken? How much healing are you willing to indulge your pockets?
I took all of the damage.
Yeah.
You took indeed. All the... What?
Dahlgren is very wounded.
Okay.
His lungs are scarred on the inside.
What? Theo, what's that old saying there? I'm all fucked up. Something like that, right?
Well, you would say that, but this is, I wouldn't call it a family show, but...
you swore first.
I'm an adult. I use adult language.
Okay.
I'll have to preface this with earmuffs.
That was spelled F-O-O-K.
Folk.
There's nothing wrong with that word. It's a sentence enhancer.
I see. All right.
It's like the bacon of words.
It is like the bacon of words.
All right. Well, cost of healing.
Okay.
Casting a first level spell.
Don't forget to deduct the handshake.
No, I don't think it'll touch you twice. Good thing we have reach spells. Mayor of Desna, did we not recently teach you the reach spell ability so we don't have to touch these city people before they... No?
I've already healed someone today.
Oh, good for you.
Hey.
Praise Desna. Big D.
Can you cast that spell more than once? Or has Desna imbued you with just like a one-time a day thing?
You can channel, can you not? Can you not channel Desna's energy to give us a helping hand?
They're just trying to shake it down for free. You see where this is going. It's like, hey, why don't you show us what you could do for free?
For free.
That's up to you.
Seriously though, how much is the cost of healing? Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes. I'm hoping I got 2 minds working on it while I'm stalling.
For minor healing,
Yes.
is 3 gold pieces.
3 gold pieces.
That's like 30
You
silver.
can kiss my hairy low to the ground ass for 30 gold pieces.
Yeah, but for you, with like 5% off, if you do the math, let's say
Aye.
you said 3 gold pieces.
So like 260
No.
silver pieces.
No, 30 silver, 3 gold. But since it's hard to take 5% off of 3 gold, if you go into silver pieces,
3 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. It was nice to meet you. By the way, consider the handshake a tip at the tour. Howdy. Ooh.
I believe we'll be spending some time at the local tavern, recuperating the old-fashioned way.
Hey.
I only have it once.
I need a couple of barrels that haven't been touched yet. Let's touch them.
So, do you guys wear your colors proudly of the Skinflint clan, or just?
Hey, being frugal is embedded into every one of us at birth. It's like
It
a
is true.
stamp.
That's true. No, that's fine.
It's like a stamp. We value, we weigh constantly.
Well, how about this? How about some diplomacy instead of bitching, and see if you can't get them to waive the fee.
I'm sorry. I
sort
thought
of,
I already tried that.
give you some credit. Well, that was because this is the same day I was joking, he hadn't heard their story. Oh wow, they're heroes, 5 to 10% off. They still that still isn't flying. Now they're shaking you down, going, show us what you can do. And I'm warning you, it sounds like, you're gonna poof for free. Pull out the big D for free. That's up to you. But the clerics here would like 3
We
gold
can't call
pieces.
Desna the big. We cannot call Desna the big D.
Can't call the big D. Okay,
Not happening.
the big D in the sky. Sorry, Cheryl, you're saying?
Nope.
I
I already tried to diplomatize.
Oh,
And
sorry.
then the price apparently went up. So Mara's not
Right.
doing anything.
What are you talking about? It didn't go up. You got 5 to 10% off for them because you told the story. Where's your diplomacy roll?
Oh, rough.
Hold on.
Role playing diplomacy got the oh yes, and we offer this in the module.
Shall I regale her with our valorous deed, the slaying of the evil fire mephit?
Like stated earlier twice, she told him how heroic you guys saved. Went through the Coles notes of it.
Or you could explain how many lives we saved. I mean,
Tell you what,
No,
you give us a gold piece for every life we save from that fire, then subtract it from the cost of healing us up, and we'll take the balance on the way.
No. Standard healing in these parts is 3 gold pieces, and for your heroic deeds, we are, still considering it's starting to waver now, the 5 to 10% discount as customary in Breach Hill. In print, maybe some dice rolls will change our mind. At 12, not so much, but your constant whining and stuff is just, we'll give you to the acolytes.
Right then,
they have things to do.
as I was saying, I don't think she perhaps regaled the tales of our heroism as they should have been regaled.
Okay, with a
20 to diplomacy.
I do want to hear the rolls. There's still a small podcasting aspect to this.
Sure.
Okay. He's quite impressed with your
So
charisma.
me cousin Theowen leapt through the air, a vicious whirlwind of flurry, cleaving the mephit in twain. Gore sprayed the onlookers. Well, me and my other cousin stood back and watched the action.
In awe. In fucking awe.
Stunned into inaction, everyone was, as me beard parted, forming wings of hair. And then when the deed was done,
Blood and
We packed-
viscera scattered across all the wee children's faces. Everyone had a piece of this little fire method scattered across its face.
yes, sorry about that. But anyway, then we all leapt into action, packing out your townsfolk, your brothers, your sisters, your mothers, the little people.
Like grains of, it's like sacks of oat they were.
He's an elf. He has no relatives here. He's from the north, but it does merit definite, shall we say, 5 to 10% off the 3 gold piece healing.
I have a little side with you and Albrecht. It sounds to me like, do we still put them back into the fire?
Hey, let me, excuse me, elf. Let me step outside with my fellow comrades here. I
Gentlemen, would you give beer away for free?
bought what?
Would you give beer away for free?
Well,
Beer?
to me brothers, I'd give a discount, but
Certainly.
for free.
So how can you expect the church to heal you for free? They have their own costs.
Why?
Well said,
Why
sister.
are we not spreading the good word by our deeds and actions? It's almost like we're employees.
Oh, did you want to become of the faithful?
You can keep your flappy butterfly god. That's fine.
That 20 Albert just struck just dropped to like 50.
Yeah.
Theon,
What? Well, I'm not insulting. I mean, if you want to worship a fine, delicate creature, you could pick no better.
The adults are speaking here, lad.
The elves' ears start twitching. Flappy, did you say?
Well, yeah. I mean, is that not how they?
It's not
Lordy.
that gets them going. It's the fucking dust. It gets everywhere.
Right then,
Please don't swear in the holy
Dahlgren.
dream house.
get your arse inside. I pull out my coin purse. What was the price then?
I actually typed in the Fu Kin, and then I put the cool thing I love about this chat is you can pull up an actual language and say something in Dwarven. And if you guys have Dwarven on your character sheet, you get the literal translation. If not, you just see the runes.
Hey, that's what I've been saying this entire time.
Yeah, it looks like a hangman noose, 2 houses, a D, an I, and an R. So it just it almost looks like Fu and Kin put together really fast. Anyway, to keep this from becoming the entire episode,
Yes.
the elf will not budge on the price.
So I.
But as your GM, it's not the only temple in town.
Do they worship any dwarven gods in this town?
Well, there is the god of drinking and partying, Caden's
Caden's
Kelly in it over at Caden's Keg. They might be more receptive to your BS. I mean, to your diplomacy rolls. However, having an inside girl,
It's just
more,
down the
more I
street.
hear, does help. But what do you guys want to do? Al was
Well,
pulling his purse or what?
Dahlgren, I think, actually needs some proper healing. I'm betting the rest of us can medicine our way back close to the top of where we need to. On the route, take our time, maybe make a camping trip out of it.
Frank's putting entire paragraphs in Dwarven. Okay. I don't even know if that's big enough for people to see it on screen. That's really good. I'm sorry, Matt. You're considering yes?
Yeah, who's the most hurt?
I took all the dams.
Well,
right,
I have
so-
6.
Dahlgren, get your arse inside. I'll settle up with the wee elf lady here.
The elf pulls out his Acubus, the big sliding balls on the tubes of water. It's like, well, considering a Dwarven clan group rate, and since Dahlgren is with
Way
you,
inside.
Dahlgren,
Aye.
let's see how we feel about you. Can I have a diplomacy check from you?
Euros, sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
let's see, because I noticed our bard is remained silent, so I'm wondering how you might have been accepted here at the Dream House recently.
Diplomacy?
Yeah.
Well, he's not so much one of those talky bards. He puts his hands up and pretends he's in a box.
One of the mines.
And me not warn me about them kinds.
So with a natural 20, he's nodding.
27 total.
So what are you
Nods.
like? He's just nodding along with the dwarves and doing the cutthroat, like, we will skin you if you don't give us the ram and put you in a box. And he's doing the pantomime for the box. Oh my. We will burn this place like the last one. Sorry, what?
Bear in mind, Dahlgren thought he went home. Because I live here. I have a house. I was going to go home.
Oh, were you wounded? I thought you were wounded and got dragged
Yes,
along with this.
But I have soothe, so I can fix myself.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
See, that was, remember we discussed earlier that I wasn't going to be immediately with the group. They would have to come find me.
Yes.
Dahlgren went home.
Now,
That's why he's remarkably quiet.
I did ask for this.
Sorry.
I did ask for
That was
this
my bad.
dwarven diplomacy as sort of a reflection of past
Yes.
times. But I got so excited about your 20 and you pushing the point. I kind of jumped.
I
around.
came down the street to find them
Okay.
because they didn't come find me.
You are well received with a 20 at the temple.
I come in now.
Kalen is.
Somebody's been using my name.
No, I'll hold you to. Like I said, I'll hold you to. Like I said, you
Yeah.
went home. You're soothing stuff. They can
Yep.
dig you up later. But anyway, final decision, boys. Group rates. Okay, so the priestess can heal herself, or as a faithful, she gets to basically do it at cost. And if she can heal herself, it's like a practice thing. She pays for materials expenditures. Like I said, there's even that. For you guys, there's the 3 of you, so that's 9 gold, right? Or 90 silver, okay? And boosting the 5 to 10%, like some kind of group rate, taking 9 silver off, That brings us to like 81 silver, or we'll even round it down for your whining to 80 silver. And if you,
Yeah, we probably don't have that, Jeff.
well, would you go out and buy a whole bunch of gear for? You think that 15 gold was like just to like wear fancy
I didn't
clothes?
I didn't buy any gear except for clothes on my back and a stick.
So you should have money.
And I only have 30 silver.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
That covers
that's why
your
I'm like,
that covers
gold,
your
yeah.
healing. That covers your healing.
I'm not taking it.
Okay.
I'll deal with it. If I die, I die.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm fairly certain that I can wait a week over there at Caden's Cave.
While your poor goblins suffer on the hill.
Well, if
Well,
they were payment in advance,
I
then
could
we would
always
be
start a
more than
tab
happy
for
to-
you, gentlemen.
Ah, here we go. Like I was saying, having an insider, as I was hinting earlier, getting credit here. You'll still owe the money, but you could, you
No,
could
you'll owe
get it on
me
credit.
money.
She's warming up to you already. I think these dwarves are starting to influence you. You'll owe me
Jesus,
the cash.
lass.
Nada.
I
Wait,
found a
mention that
safari somewhere.
Okay. So do you have?
I have the money to cover their healing,
Okay.
Rich
and
girl.
then you owe me.
I don't owe you. They owe you. Don't look at me.
That's
look at the
what
camera.
I'm saying. I'm looking at the camera. You
Oh, okay.
guys
You're looking
owe
at
me.
me. I don't want to owe the little halfling money. She's ruthless. All right.
It's the least I can do for you saving my life.
Okay. So having the halfling responsible for your credit, we're going to have the halfling doing the healing rolls. So, Joe, the minor healing, the spell, do you have? Oh, sorry, Cheryl, the spell you have in mind is the sort of first level cure minor wounds.
Sure.
Probably the most powerful. Sorry,
Is 1d8.
Yep.
So,
you roll. I'm not getting blamed. And the first silver pieces cost you. Who's it going to?
I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5. Maros.
Yay!
I believe you guys, because you didn't tell me who was being fondled, was in the worst need.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you can spend another 30 minus discount, blah, blah, blah. Please don't make me keep picking up my calculator. On Maros again, and somebody won't get healing. Or do you want to move on to next? So, guys, what are your maximum and what are your current?
I am max 18, currently at 8.
Okay, so you could use some. You're down to buy.
I am max 20. Well, I was at 22. Sorry. Oh, now I got 5. So now I'm at 17.
So you're not so bad. You feel much better. And Thero?
Compared to where I was, you fucking right guy.
If you say "foo" and kin in my temple one more time, I don't care how cute the halfling is. I'm going to boot you out of my live stream and out of the...
That's racist.
No, that's good manners.
No, you are being derogatory towards the kin of the foo.
And you are talking to a ceiling because the GM isn't technically standing next to
Sorry,
you.
whoever's next, you only got 3.
You imagine
I
the dwarf
bet-
just suddenly gets a voice in his head and starts saying, "You're racist!" at the ceiling. Your god is racist, you flappy Desna. Sorry, what'd you get there, Frank?
I normally have 23 hit points. I'm currently at 8,
Okay.
but I'm backing slowly away from the god of flappy things.
Well, you just got 3 back thanks to our little cleric
I'll
here.
take care of myself.
Take the
Yeah,
3 and be happy. There you go.
Yep.
Okay. Now, decision time. That
Not a
3
heal.
gives you what? 11? So we have a
11.
warrior of 23 down to 11, or we have a sorcerer of 18 down to like 8. Where does our last casting go? This is what I was getting at.
I'm good.
Whose
I'm good.
bicep are you gonna grope to give it to the sorcerer? Take it by the hand, or is she just like going cough? Here's 3
Another
free for
3.
you.
Thank you.
And she counts them. Cough. 1, 2, 3. Yep. There you go. All right.
Now, I can do medicine on all of them if they request. If they want, I can do
Yep.
medicine stuff, and then
Yep.
they can rest and get more back.
Yeah, and because of our Desna faithful, they'll let you stay overnight here for free and clean yourselves up and actually get bed rest. They'll throw that in.
Sweet.
They'll throw that in. But, calling down the goddess of Adabar, Desna, cut down to Cutthroat Island here. We're Cash. We're not so long from the Cheliax state of unforgivingness. So, what does medicine get them? Do you have to roll? I know you guys discussed that while I was trying to fix all the technical.
DC 15.
Yeah.
And you also have to have healer's tools or healer's kit. Is that what it is?
Actually,
Healer's
she does
kit?
have that.
I
Right?
do have that.
Yeah. Now, is it like the old school where you have like so many charges and you're burning up ingredients? I don't think so. I think you're good. I do know you can have these tools, and if you critical fail on a lock, you'll break them. And there's actually like cheaper replacement tools, like changing dentist prongs or something tips. It's kind of neat.
I got a medicine check of 17.
Okay.
Is there any aiding another in second edition?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is?
Yeah.
Well, then I will aid her in her medicining
There we go.
Okay.
because I am one with the skill as well.
All right. Now.
So do you want to check for everyone?
Yeah. Well, let's go one at a time here. Starting with the most wounded, which technically now is Frank because of the actual gap in hit points from his total.
Yes.
Okay. You
I
come
rolled
at
a
Frank with
17.
your 17, and Elbrick aids you with a 14.
Mm-hmm.
And aid another, and this is still a +2, Joe?
He's looking.
I believe it is. I believe it is.
Think so, too.
It's still
But
plus
they have to beat their flat DC rate of whatever.
right. Now, is it like the DC is like 10 plus the wound hit points damage?
No.
It's
base
your.
DC
No,
Frank's got
go
it. Go ahead, Frank.
I was going to say the base DC is 15 or modified as the GM sees fit.
Okay, I'll tell you what. So she beat 15 with the +2. That's 19, right? What does that 15 give you in the way of hit points?
That does 2d8, I believe.
Whoa!
It's
Oh,
better than
okay.
my actual spell.
Hefty.
Yep. And I'll give you a +1 for every 2 you beat it by. So, or an additional 2 points. So roll 2d8. And you got
8.
8. And the 2 bonus points from me,
So
because I can be
10.
nice sometimes, is 10. Theowen gets 10
So go.
back.
And how long
One-
does that
one-
take?
It's like a 10.
That takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
So this is the evening playing out. She's, giving them a ching, and then there's the evening of rest coming up. But yeah, let's
She's
use some medicine.
scraping the soot out of our lungs.
Yep,
She's
yep.
got one of them.
So moving down the line, going to Maros. Let's have this again. Speed this up here. The skill checks from Cleric first, Albrick second, and then the 2d8.
Natural
Ooh,
20.
nice
Oh.
one.
Oh, that'll get you.
And 21
Yeah.
from Albert.
So is that considered a critical success?
Yes.
No, 15
And
would
so
be
that's-
25. You got to
And
have
she
10
got
over.
26.
Now she rolled it. Hang on. Whoa, here's a second. Let's back up. You need 10 over for crit success. However, what we messed up on our last stream is if you roll a natural 20, it ups whatever's going on by a single step.
One level.
So if a 20 actually was a critical fail because it was crazy, it pulled you out of the fire and it's a regular success. If your 20 plus your modifiers here, 26, happens to be a success, it would make it critical. Now, funny enough, she's doubling down. It would make it a critical anyway because 25 was the DC.
Yes.
You follow me? That was pointed out to us on our YouTube channel by a fan, so thank you very much for that. We are trying to learn as we go and rectify our mistakes. So, crit success from Miss Desna, even pushed a little bit by Elbrick. I'm going to say I'll give you an extra 4 hit points, buddy, on top of the... what was the
2.
big-
So what?
top of the
So
So
two.
was
If
it a
it's if it's a critical success, it's 48.
Oh, it just doubles the
Or-
dice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
No, that's cool.
So medicine is power.
16.
Yes, medicine is cool.
Yeah. 16 points to Meros.
All the carbon is gone.
He just jumps up like Popeye. I feel so much better now. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah,
Holy crap.
it's great.
I'm like full cured except for one health.
This would
Holy
explain why they're like 3 gold pieces. Just figure it out on your own. Because if you guys have the train skill, it's like, da-da-da-da, you're fine. You're fine. All right. Matt,
shit. Wow.
I do believe you actually are to aid another even if something is performed upon yourself. It might be at a penalty. Like if you just medicine yourself, there is like a -2 or whatever. So you have a tool to your
I can
roll,
still
but-
assist,
Yeah.
I rolled
but
a
I failed
22.
in the assistance.
Oh, yeah.
I got 8.
Okay. And Mara got 22.
That was
Yes,
my
I got
problem.
22.
Oh, you just gotta take a chunk out, like
So
She just goes down in the neck with a teeth.
2d8 from Mara.
So 12.
full.
So where did Frank end up after all this? Did we
I
get
had 1 point of damage.
okay?
So a night's rest will do you fine.
Now,
And then a
if you've been medicined within that 24 hours, does it override or,
Nope.
or
1
you
hour.
You can stack them.
1 hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to wait 1 hour.
So what the rule says is once you've been medicined, you're immune to that current skill for 1 hour, like Matt was saying.
Okay.
So
Which is
if you
pretty
have
cool.
7 healer, that's super cool.
Yeah.
And then if you have expert in it, you can
So, can you
ahead.
spend feats to up your
Yes.
training in it?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay,
That's how, that's how you
it's
get
going to be
better.
high on the priority list, I think.
Yeah. I believe that's how you get better at skills is you spend a feat.
Essentially, you get to master. You become like Doogie Howser.
Well,
To
if you're an go ahead, Joe.
Okay, yeah. To increase your skills, you spend skill points. When you gain a level, you gain skill points. With those skill points, you can select a new skill or increase a trained skill
Okay.
to.
Oh, okay.
Next
But
level.
it's based on level too, right? So to become trained is whatever level first, and then if you want to become expert, you can do that at first level if you wish. If you
Oh,
want to
nice.
become master, it has to wait till 7th, and then legendary is I don't know.
Yeah,
15th or
so
something
there's
like
a
that.
certain experience requirement to unlock skills. It's
Yeah.
a skill tree.
But it's when you're thinking about character creation, because at the beginning you get so many skill points plus your intelligence, you can automatically spend
Spend an extra point to jump up an ability or a skill to expert.
to expert, which gives you 4
That is good to know.
plus your
Totally
level.
did
Was
not
that
know
during character creation or when you level and actually get more skills?
Character creation at
Yeah.
first level, you can jump 1 skill or 2 skills up to expert right away because there is no limit on the expert. Where master, you have to wait till your 7th level.
But that would really focus you as opposed to spreading out and having training around.
But you get skill every time you level.
Yeah, no, let's go.
So the only one that's still
That's
wounded is Mara.
Right.
Al,
Well, maybe you should rub a little ointment on it, lassie.
you could use your medicine skill.
Oh,
Or you
I'll
could
help.
help me.
Don't worry. Do.
Nope, we
14.
both failed.
Oh,
Too much distraction.
Were you
dice.
were you trying to?
I was
aid?
trying to medicine myself, and I was getting Matt to aid me. Sorry, Al to aid me, and we both failed.
Okay.
Failing, you take damage.
Great.
On a
I
critical.
thought
No,
that was on a
not a
critical
crit.
fail.
So not crit fail. It
Okay.
fails and like she
Not
didn't
a
make the
crit fail.
DC 15. If you'd done it the other way around,
And you died.
if you helped him medicing you up. But thank you for your honesty. Okay.
Yeah, welcome to Dark Souls, Pathfinders.
Have you got any spells left or anything before you?
No.
No. Okay. So what are you at for hit points
For hit points, I think I'm at 9
out of a total?
Of-
out of 15.
Okay.
Oh, good night's sleep. I'll patch that right up.
Not with my constitution.
Ooh, what if you have like a modifier of +0, so you get like nothing?
But you get your level.
But you get your one hit
One.
point. Okay, so
Minimum 1.
you guys are gonna bed down and rest, and get your medicine, right?
We call it ale.
And it's a brand new
It's
day.
called boozing.
The wheel turns. It's a brand new day. Yeah. Hopefully, maybe a brand new day dawns.
Aha!
Aha! And you get your one.
Or
Brand
no,
new
it
day is
doesn't.
Done.
And you get your one day. You get your one hit point.
Okay.
Woohoo.
Get your one hit point, and everyone's and we'll just do what we can. So, when you guys agreed to the town council to head on out that fine day, as in today, what was the plan?
Right.
What was the plan with Dahlgren and meeting up and heading out and crack of dawn? What are we doing here?
Can I interrupt for 1 sec?
Sure.
So I just read a little blip at the bottom of treat wound. If you succeed at your check, you can continue treating the target to grant additional healing. If you treat them for a total of an extra 1 hour, you double their hit points they regain from treat wounds.
Oh, okay. So that would top Frank up right away.
Medicine skill.
But you have to
is
spend an hour doing
awesome.
it.
So
Yeah.
if they're unsuccessful in a
It's like
check,
it's like intensive care.
Joe, if they're unsuccessful, like in Cheryl's case and Mara's case, how long do they have to wait before they can retry? Or can you cheat the system and just like have Al will be the primary, she'll be the secondary, do an aid another. Like it's cheesy, but
Well, because they've ruled around that,
okay.
right? So if you're unsuccessful,
Yeah.
do
24 hours or an hour?
You're immune. No, you're immune to the healing skill for 1 hour. Succeed or fail.
So we slept the night, got up
Okay.
first thing in the
You-
morning.
okay,
Oh,
you don't-
lassie, you're looking a wee bit bruised.
You don't even have to wait the night. You can wait an hour. Like I said, it was like 1
Yeah.
o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah,
You
so
know, it's
like, there's still dinner and stuff.
yeah. It's
All right,
so you guys want to try again?
absolutely.
Okay.
I'll rub some ointment on the wee lassie.
Hands.
That's right. There's 2 of them.
It's like putting sun lotion on a toddler. You're ready for the beach. She's so tiny.
Bad visual image.
Yeah. Well, Al is
I got an 18.
Oh, good.
if he's suggesting
Hold
getting handsy with the halfling.
Just to put a little bit of polysporin on
Are-
the
are you
lass's
18?
turns.
Inches tall.
Ha,
At
ha, ha, ha.
least 2 feet.
So the question after you
shoot, hold
succeed
on.
is, do you want to continue medicine or like, nope, that's good enough. You're good.
So 25.
Well, let's
so
find
I
out.
I get to double
Who's the
Two.
who's the lead on this?
me.
It's 2d8.
Oh, okay. 2d8,
It's 4
right.
because I did a critical.
Oh, she
Okay.
did for
Success.
25.
She didn't want to. I suggested that you were leading, but she just wanted to do herself because she does technically have the higher bonus. So
Fair enough.
But you still get to grope me.
everybody
So-
wins. 11 points back. Can I please start tomorrow? This is just getting
Yes.
worse and worse.
Tomorrow never comes.
I think we're all healed up. Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. But you know what?
Moving on.
Next time, you guys take damage. It'd be like a 30-second bit. Yep, got it right. Okay. Thank you for staying with us.
That's the whole point
Yeah.
of the learning experience.
Yes, learning that no means no, Al. So tomorrow, I ask you again, what was the plan? Where were you to meet? The Wizard's Grace, the town hall that's still smoldering in the night. They're still searching for Steve. He's still missing, and that unnamed hero. He's out there.
The unnamed hero.
He's out there. I'm telling you. Margaret was really adamant about him. Anyway, guys, ladies.
Perhaps we should find where Wiggles at. Tap her
So,
for some information on the way out, or take her with us. She knows the lay of the land.
Wiggles.
Warble.
Warble, that's it. Sorry. All them green folk look alike to me.
I don't know what you're saying.
I got a little cutscene for you. Late in the night, Dahlgren.
Yes.
You said you went home.
Yes.
Thank God your kinsmen are here. Backing your bluff or what information you gathered. Hopefully the mercenaries don't come for you.
Pretty much.
Okay. The head of the clan, Pisani himself, was at that meeting. Almost died and did his part. Not only getting his butt out of there, he, helped. See what I'm saying? Like the two of you were in the fire together. You both got out, and he witnessed you helping a bunch of people. Yeah, you did go dwarf councilman first as opposed to helping him. But, he sees this. And the family has your dagger, your clan dagger.
Yes.
Right? You also know that it's likely one of the family members, maybe not Pisani himself, but maybe
Not
one
him.
of the family members that have put those mercenaries on you because you found out the family secret.
Yes.
So I'm curious, are we sleeping with one eye open? Are we sleeping on the bed? Are we rolling the pillows and not sleeping in your own house at all? You said you went home and got some soothing ointment going on. Or do you think your dwarven word and the lack of your dagger in their possession is good enough?
Well, what I was planning on doing was going home, collecting my gear and such, and then meeting back with them at the Wizard's Grace.
Okay.
And then just staying at the Wizard's Grace. But when I get back to the Wizard's Grace, will they be back by that time? Having a little trouble tracking the time lapse here. I'll be gone for about 2-3 hours. That's enough time for me to refresh so I can cast Soothe, collect my gear, and get back to the Wizard's Grace.
Okay, that's like I said. They wanted to bed down for the night.
Okay, well then I will end up if there's no messages waiting for me at home.
Okay.
I will return to the Wizard's Grace.
Okay. Best to stay in the public eye, as it were.
That's right.
Okay.
But I need my gear.
You need to buy gear.
Well, no, I have what gear has been given to me. I have the basics, right?
Yeah, you have the adventure pack, which
Yeah.
which was constructing the character, so you're good. So you go home, you collect your stuff, you soothe, and best not to like be alone through the night. You never know how the Pisani's might act, so you want to come back to the Wizard's Grace.
That's right.
All right. So, owning its proximity to Breach Hill Town Hall, the Wizard's Grace, as I said before, is a favorite establishment of many adventurers who wish to seek work from the town council's monthly call of heroes. You know this. Adventurers, municipal workers, they always regularly mingle, and it gets more and more and more intense as that month winds down and we get closer to the new month's day of the Call of Heroes coming up. The owner, Trinil Uskwold, a human woman, always encourages the long-standing tradition of holding toasts and serving meals of boar stew with lentils. Yeah.
Yummy.
You've lived here for X amount of years, and you've seen adventurers smooze with the town officials and even the occasional council member who might show up for a drink and a meal. And when we get down to that toasting and the boar stew with lentils, it's the tradition of this establishment to get into that right before the meeting. So rewinding time just a little bit, where we introduced you, right? That meal was being served. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You're hanging out alone. You have yet to meet everybody.
They're not here yet.
They came in eventually. You were tuning up, remember all that kind of thing. And I skipped over a lot of we all met in a tavern. And then we got finally caught up, and Frank was having everyone sitting with the halfling. They were testing drinks, and we got more into the ambience. We had young Mara of Desna's prayer, and she coyote uglied the bar and blessed everything. You remember all that kind of stuff, right?
Well, I remember.
Okay. A segment in time from that evening. No dwarves. Just you, the regulars. Okay? I'm going to bring up... Oops. Wrong map. Oh, come on now. Giving it all away. There he is. Calmont.
Oh,
Halfling.
he just looks bad.
This is the day before the fire.
No, but he looks bad. Look at those eyebrows.
Wild, greasy hair. Very fidgety halfling. He is the bookshop owner's apprentice. And by bookshop, I don't mean the Breach Hill Archives where the half-orc works. I'm talking about the Reliant Book Company, owned by Voss the half-elf. And she's the owner-proprietor, and this is her apprentice. Now, today, before the fire, before all that went down, before he was spotted, supposedly the arsonist, he's here, sitting alone, having a drink, mumbling to himself, being his fidgety little self. Like I said, he does have that unpleasantness about him. You can just tell by the picture.
Yep.
He wears brown studded leather armor, has a blade and a bow and that type of thing. Anyway, today you notice that he's actually carrying gear, like adventuring gear, weapons. Perhaps the apprentice wants to have a go at the Call of Heroes. He's, he works for the bookshop owner, and he's armored up and weaponed up.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Keeps to himself until a halfling comes in. And you see him watching her. Later to be revealed to you as Mara of Desna.
Okay.
The halfling cleric, right? There are halflings in the community. There are dwarves in the community. There's a lot of humans in the community. But obviously this is, like she said, she's not from here. Someone new. Everyone's watching her. She comes in, and then dwarves come in and announce their lineage, every type of thing. So, he's not the only one leering, as it were. A Again, the second thing you find a little unusual is that he doesn't sort of, have a go, puff himself up, go over, offer a drink, get the blessing, that type of thing. Maybe he's not a follower of Desna, who knows. But he doesn't take his eyes off her most of the night. And then when she gets to the point where she's asked to bless the bar and the drinks, and she gets up and prays to Desna, you notice, and probably you're one of the few that actually notice, that he gets up, finishes his drink quickly, pays for it, and just kind of with a sneer at her and everybody, just stalks out and leaves right at that point.
Okay.
And you haven't seen him since. And then guards talk about he was scene of the crime and blah, blah, right type of thing, right? So can I have an intelligence check from you, sir, or a wisdom check?
Yes. My character sheet go.
If you're a proverbial arsonist, and again, some witnesses, but not hard proof, we're looking into it. If you set a fire, what's your next move? And if you were seen prior to said act of arson and you're armored and weaponed up, what do you think his next move is?
8.
8.
His next move is to go buy some cookies. I don't know. I like turtles. Wow, that's just...
With an 8, I won't aid you. I'll just ask you. What do you think is... And I won't even get your answer. We'll just put that out there. What do you think his next move would be if he's armored and weaponed up before committing arson? And then what happens next? Skipping back to the present. You want to hang out at the Wizard's Grace. Best, right? And again, the patronage. There is...
I didn't want another bath.
The patronage, regulars, no real adventurers. The dwarves, the heroes of the day, don't show up. They finally found Steve. People, there's a solemn, like, wow, can you believe that fire? And there were deaths in the city. So, there are people that are mourning and having a drink and don't want to deal with it today, that kind of thing. It's a very solemn mood.
Fair enough.
When we get to the entertainment part of our evening, reading the mood, can I have a perception check? Should ask for that first. It'd be great if you critically failed and just start like, hey, let's do... Okay, good, 20. Completely misreading the mood. Let's have a cabaret night, guys. No, the mood is solemn and serious. And you're coming up to a point where, you can play for drinks, that kind of thing.
Well, I mean, I'll gear my my entertainment to that mood, right? I mean, I'm not going to play a funeral dirge, but I'll definitely keep it somber,
wistful, yeah, reflective. Sure. Okay. Can I have a performance check, sir?
I have that skill somewhere.
Somewhere close by, I hope.
Yes. 19.
Okay. You don't do badly. Like 15 to like the regular impress and do well. 20 is doing very well. 25, you're not getting out of the part, that type of thing. You come very, very close to, seriously making an impression. You do very well. But the mood itself is really kind of killing your ambient. No one's in a mood to get up and thank you or pay you or buy you an extra drink or thank you for the, the dwarf lament.
Considering the mood, like I won't put my cup down. Like,
no, that's fine. Yeah, you're playing for the fallen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, 19 is nothing to schmooze at, and if you were trying to influence, okay, you do get a lot of appreciative nods. They are marking this moment that you are there for them.
Is there anybody here who shouldn't be here?
What's your version of shouldn't be here? Who isn't usually here? Who doesn't,
Yeah, like, because right now after the fire,
mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, the dwarves, I would assume are getting healing because Mara's not here either,
mm-hmm.
right? They haven't come back yet.
Okay.
A lot of people have died, so there's not going to be a whole lot of locals here who, if they've got preparations for that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, actually, anybody new or outstanding since the last time we were in this wonderful place?
No, but there is someone here drinking. with a fellow council member, the dwarf and Pisani himself.
Oh,
now,
Jesus.
After you do your due diligence and you finish your show, then the dwarf comes and offers to, to buy you something and thanks you for helping him and that kind of thing.
Oh, definitely. I'd be quite grateful for that.
Okay. Pisani gets up, goes to leave, pauses, gives you a long look, not a hard look, just a long look and a very sort of slow nod of appreciation. And then he pulls back his tunic and you see just half of a very familiar looking hilt, and he steps out the door.
You may have crossed the line there, sir. He actually does expose it to me that he's carrying it.
He shows he's carrying something with a big hilt. Could be yours. He's crafty in that he doesn't kind of like flash it, and there's like you don't see the emblem. I'm just saying, you see the hilt of a broad dagger blade, and it's like
so trying to stay in the background on this, but that's now you're yanking my jargon, my dwarvish beard right in front of me.
What do you do?
I go after him.
Okay.
That's enough. Full initiative.
Yep. Okay.
Hopefully, you guys are around somewhere.
Now, let's keep this in exploration mode.
Yeah.
Can I have a wisdom check from you again?
Yep. There it is.
Sorry, a perception check, because he's trying to send you a message.
Oh, perception. Okay.
Okay. If you go flying off the bar, you've got it wrong.
26.
Okay. He is acknowledging your part in the safety of him and the clan and everything. And if he's carrying it personally, that's sort of let's you and me talk. Let's do a deal. Let's, not a bygones be bygones, but the last impression you were given.
But don't chase me to the street and try to shank me.
No. You could chase him. You could chase him down. I'm just saying the message he's trying to convey to you is I'm open to discuss this further, as opposed to
I'll get up. And then just once it hits me, I'll sit back down again.
Okay.
Look around. It wouldn't be the smartest thing to do.
No, it wouldn't. But he does want you to follow him. He is signaling you to follow him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I'll wait a second. I don't want it to be obvious.
Okay. So you spin around and I mean perception check. Sit down and finish your drink and
finish my drink.
Yeah. Are you all right, brother? Says Councilman Dwarf.
It's been a long day. I think it's time for me to go home. If you see my friends, please let them know I'll be back. And then I'll bail.
Okay. Step out on the street. The Wizard's Grace faces northwest. Down the street to the southwest is Breach Hill Town Hall. A little bit of smoke. If you follow the street that goes northeast, it literally goes around in a nice graceful arc, heads north, and before it crosses the river, will drop you right at the Pisani Brothers' main building.
Yes.
So he's obviously gone that way. But you don't see him on the street. And he should be. Now, he acts like a Don. He walks around this town, not alone. There's always eyes on him and loyal people, so he, like you said, doesn't get shanked on the street. But he's not one to like mount a horse and make a big deal or whatever. He's one of these, Don's Pisani, and he gets donuts and stuff, it's like the Homer Don. That kind of thing. So he's probably gone around the long hall across from you and just kind of cut the corner right here.
How well do I know the town, would you say?
Oh, well enough. Yeah. You're like, not saying every back alley, but I'm just saying like
well, the stable and across the street from the Wizard's Grace? Can you see the big E-shaped building?
Yeah. Right off that corner. He's probably cut that corner. He's probably gone down the street.
I was going to cut around behind the circular building, so that I come up on the side of the Pisani Brothers building.
That's probably the route he's taken, because it's a shortcut. If you just follow those alleys, and those are buildings that are surrounded on every side, so not so much an alley. They're like side streets and that kind of thing. He's probably cut himself in there.
I'll go that way.
Okay. So you head down to the Pisani Brothers. It's, after supper, like later in the day, people had their dinner, had that mournful drink, as it were. And the company is, closed for business or whatever, but you have a suspicious feeling that if you knock on the door, they'll let you in. Yeah. Door opens. Okay. And, a bunch of family come in. They lead you to Pisani's private office. A real Mr. Burns setup with a giant mahogany desk that he loves.
I look at the floor for a trap door. Like...
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Could be. Standing next to the desk is Pisani's cousin, Amara Lang, a shrew-looking woman with gnarled hands that just constantly slow motion do the twist over one another. Not like the burns rubbing your hand, but just sort of almost as if she's sort of constantly trying to stretch them so that arthritis doesn't set in. Pisani sits behind his great big desk, and the door opens for you, and as you step into the office, the door closes. Sure enough, the wall of a man that the smaller man called Merrick, the mercenary, and the small mousy man are either side of the door. Dahlgren, come in. So good to see you, that you've gotten my message. Please.
Your message was received. What is with these two? They were warned.
Oh? I believe my visiting associates from out of town, shall we say, I wouldn't go as far as an apology, but if their presence offends you. And he just waves. And the two men, with a look at him, open the door and exit. Though you're too smart to know they haven't gone very far.
Yeah. But they're not here now.
They're not in the room. They leave.
Okay.
Leaving you alone with Amara and Pisani himself. Now, he says, I believe I have come into possession. These gentlemen were kind enough to, as one of the town's most prominent businessmen, have, shall we say, asked the Pisanis to play Lost and Found. I believe I have something that belongs to you.
You know you have something that belongs to me.
And I believe you have something that, shall we say, my family would rather keep guarded.
I have no desire to speak of your business.
Well, with so many... And he sort of like puts one elbow down on the desk and leans and looks you right in the eye like you get the cutting to the chase. No bones, no posh. Considering what has happened recently during the town council meeting, I think this entire incident of the last few days between my family and chasing you about should end. Shall we say, let bygones be bygones?
No, does this have something to do with my kin coming to town? That the balance may have shifted in my favor for a change. Don't be confused. The snow in my beard doesn't make me old. You return my dagger, I'll keep your secrets.
Amara steps forward. You dare threaten us in our own hall? And he just lifts a hand and she shuts up, just seethingly glaring at you. The man is entitled to his pride. He did, after all, take a fortunate dunk in the river on someone's behalf, and I must apologize for that. But I'm afraid, to get your word, I would like it personally. He picks up your dagger. He moves a cloth that's, covering your dagger, and he picks it up with respect and holds it out to you over the desk, blade first.
Okay, I reach for it.
Step up. Okay, he holds the handle, like you take by the blade. He holds the handle, and there's a bit of a tug, causing its sharp edge to bite just a little bit into your hand. And he says, "Swear to the Pisani family here and now, on your dwarven immortal soul that you shall not breathe, let, acknowledge, writ down anything else the GM or the players could connive later about what our Pisanis shall call our personal choice in religion. Swear it, and I will forget this entire matter. Whether your kin is in our town or not.
Fair enough.
Okay.
To that one piece of information, I do agree to swear to not reveal about you.
Okay.
Barring one thing, it's not used against me later.
Amara sneers at you like we wouldn't bother. He just smiles, the grin, the business grin, ear to ear, and he again tugs the dagger. It bites a little harder. He says, "Swear it."
I swear.
Okay. He lets go of the dagger, and Amara mumbles something, and ever so faintly, ever so quickly, okay, an emblem, something in a circle, a little bit of a star in it, just kind of flashes on the blade, and you feel a bit of pain. And then as quickly as it happens, it's gone.
Well, I'll be searching down the answer to that curse later.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And with that, he just kind of slowly knocks on the desk, making a loud enough rapping noise. The door opens. Large man and small man come in.
Oh.
You have your dagger back. What do?
Well,
roll for initiative.
It's all this is want to get.
Bart goes nuts. Sorry. Go ahead.
But I also realize Shaylin's smile is not that far away either. No, I'll just leave. I'll head back now. Even I don't.
You're alone in the guy's house, man. Like,
well, that's kind of but yeah. to that pair of guys on the way out. Look,
yeah,
our time has not yet come, but it will.
Okay.
And I walk.
Okay. They silently escort you out. Matt's just dying to put in some words because let me play him. He's
like, Dahlgren goes from being so quiet to so angry.
So angry. Anyway, they get you to the front door. And like I said, these mercenaries aren't supposed to work for the Pisanis. They're hiding within the home kind of thing. They open the door, you step outside, they just close it, for like no one to see them. These guys aren't seen loitering around. There's no evidence tying them to the family. But you're out on the street with your dagger. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a new day dawns.
Poof, just like that. The sun comes up.
Just like that. The sun comes up. And a mile or two trek, takes you a couple, I guess you guys are on foot. You meet up where you're supposed to meet. 4 dwarves and a halfling cleric. Fully healed up? How'd you do with your oothing, soothe their...
I'm just down 2 points.
Okay.
So that'll heal over the next couple of nights.
All right. I've been flashing this. Okay. This here, the image of Citadel Alderain now lies before you after the trek outside of town to the east. It's impressive turrets and what do they call it? Cachelin? I've lost the word.
Crenellation.
Thank you. Crenellations loom before you. The 5 King Mountains in the background. Your home. And you bet if you climbed atop those tall 30-foot plus walls, you could probably see the rooftops of Breach Hill. And sure enough, a faint red smoke atop the parapet wisps in the wind.
How the hell did we miss that?
Well, it's the red smoke. You've trekked all the way out here to Citadel Alderain, and sure enough, true to Warble's word, there is some sort of signal going on.
Oh, did we manage to find her before leaving town? See if we could pick a brain for any information about the place, or did she come with us?
She's willing to come with you, yes.
Absolutely.
She actually suggests a grassy knoll nearby. You can kind of see it up on the left here as a defensible campsite, and she will stay and watch your gear. But she, rescinds from going inside. She'll come with you, sure.
Yep.
And Rob's out of a job because now I have an NPC to do all the lore checks. So thank you, Rob, for playing, and we'll see you Sunday when you start his own. We don't need the dwarf. And we'll see you next time here at Citadel Alderain. I'm curious. Are we doing the once around, or are you just going to kick in the front door? But I guess those burning questions will have to wait a week. We will see you next time. Thank you for coming. Terribly sorry about technical difficulties. And say goodnight, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen.